Hey there, I am JB and welcome to Artsville Cities Skylines 2. Ain't this just a peaceful picture? I am loving it, definitely. Anyways, in the last episode we have been making a whole new part right down here, and looking back at it, I am still loving it. And I can't wait to see how this is going to evolve. Also, we've been creating another industrial area. And I have been looking around and I have seen a couple of things that I would like to change here and there, starting off with this area down here. So first of all, what I would like to do, since this is going to leave anyway at some point, is I would like to make this road a little bit more logic to say. So in this case, I would like to grab this road, remove it, and actually place it down. And I would like to place it down more directly to this point right down here. And along with that, I would like to move this recycle center up towards the road, maybe on this side, just to see how the spacing is going to be. And replace some of these buildings, because I got way too many roads down here and I'm not really thinking that I'm going to make an industrial area out of it. Basically because the water will take all of the ground pollution along the way, and these people will get a lot of trouble out of that, getting sick and whatnot. Alright, beautiful. That is a lot better. I like to have a straight connection up to right down here. I think it would make a lot more sense also for the recycle center. If it will be attached down here, they're going to have like a nice straight road to the industrial area. So in this case, let's just see if we can actually move this guy up without much trouble, which I'm speaking about the attachments onto it. We do have a bit of space right down there, and yeah, like I've been saying before, the whole depot will be moved up, so we're going to have a lot more spacing around, which is very nice. I actually wish, maybe it's not even an option though, no. I wanted to say I wish I could like rotate this guy like a quarter, so it would be in the length towards this building, but that's not gonna happen. That's fine. We can place one more here and have a couple more of these guys if that is going to be needed. Now in this case also, I would like to keep an eye out onto the garbage facility, because currently we are like emptying it. It does seem like something has changed, because before it was like 1.3 something, now it is 1.2 something. So that is definitely going forward. And like I've said before, I don't know what really happens if you just completely delete this. Will it like bite a ginormous gap out of your money because everything will be instant exported? I would just like to leave it as it is for right now. Also down here I've changed this road to a normal road. I think it will look a bit better. And this road though, I'm not sure this yet where this is going to lead to. Maybe later on we're going to have this road like connected up to the city via this way. I think that would be very nice. And also now I'm looking at it, let's just change this to a smaller road like that, and so on. We have also fixed this right down here. I really like this a lot more. It's a lot more calm down, and anything else I'm just gonna guess will be forest based, and or there is a lot of room for expansion if we're going to need to add more crematoriums. Now I've also placed them on such a way that we can actually expand with 1, 2. And also I really love how you can just place stuff underneath railways, or at least for certain things. I also believe this guy can also be attached underneath or onto this side. I think I will place these guys at the end. At this building down here, the road maintenance doesn't have any extension, so that will be fine. Yeah, this looks a lot more cleaner, a lot more better. I like it this way. And maybe in the future, we'll just update this road to a wider one, and also this one. Just have to see how things go and how busy it's going to be. Also in this case, I am going to take care that there is a little bit more forest industry possibilities right down here. Alright, wonderful. It really starts to become something. Now, I have been saying, there are a couple of things, and this is just more for, for fun, having thoughts about certain areas. And that is right down here. We are basically, or at least I did, cover up all of the view onto the lake. And I think it would be fun to just remove some of these trees, make it more open, have people a nice view onto the lake down there. And of course there are certain bits and pieces where I don't want to open it, but let's give this nice area some breathing space. One out here for the corner part. Yeah, beautiful. People can walk the dogs around there. Very nice. Now, I'm also thinking to do this actually down here, but I'm just gonna wait with it until we got some more spots and spaces filled in. I just have to see it is very noisy with all of that traffic, but yeah, down here, I think that will look fine. And I also start noticing a new problem in the industrial area. It says the company has trouble producing relevant resources at profitable prices. I'm not sure why that is done, because I would say if we overproducing something, then the cost should be cheaper. I'm not sure if that is a thing in this game. But let's just take a look, because these guys just need rocks, metals and steel. I think for steel they're going to need to have iron, right? Yeah, minerals. So it is basically, yeah, those ground resources. Maybe it is taxes related, because it is on 11%. So what if we're going to lower the taxes, right? I'm not sure if it is the original 10% or that it was on 9% when we started out. Maybe lowering the taxes will take care that they can sell stuff at profitable prices. You just have to see if this is going to take effect. If not, then I'm going to need to search something for it online. And the other thing that I don't understand is this down here, because even when 2 trams passing right down here, it's still complaining. Maybe it's a bug or something that needs to change in the script. Along with this down here, which is something that I also don't understand. It's being troublesome for whatever reason that is. We're also going to let that go as it goes. Now, the one other thing, we start to finally get some more demand again. I've been saying I would like to have one gigantic tower in here, and thinking about it afterwards, it's not a very good idea. So, I'm gonna add in, let's say, this much stuff. But let's just do it anyways. And I am actually going to remove all of this, all of that, because it just keeps messing around and I don't like that. Just have to see if I'm going to leave this empty or open it up. Another thing that I've been thinking about, maybe I should redo the district, which I'm not going to do just yet, but I think this district right down here along with this district should be actually joined up. This should be a separate district, and then this district should be joined later on with the industry district along with the forest industry. Maybe this down here too. Just to see, maybe I'll just split this up and that still, because later on I'm going to need to move the police station to the industry, and they need to patrol the industry only, so that this headquarters can actually do this area down here. Save up a lot of trouble. And or they also need to get over here, right? So we just have to see how that go. Now that we demolished some of these buildings, we do get demand again for the cheaper rent stuff. Even though at some point I do believe we don't need that anymore, because at some point things are gonna go well. These people will move out to get jobs again, and yeah, they can just pay normal rent houses. Another thing, oh god. Another thing that will happen for this episode at least is the start of a new neighborhood right down here, which will be the lower guys. Now I do want to keep in mind I don't want to have gigantic buildings. I just want to have it still 3, right? Yes, here you cannot do anything, but maybe right down here we can have some of the row houses later on. Just have to see, because we're getting close to a city scale type of deal. Makes any sense. And I'm also not sure why they ain't building anything. Why is that? I mean, low density demand? Low density, right? Why is nothing happening? I mean, right down here, everything seems to be built up. Not sure why it is a little bit of a problem to build it up. Now let's take a look then at power. It's still fine. We got a lot and we sell a lot. Water and sewage is fine. We not trade any, which maybe at some point would be a good idea to sell our leftover water. Let's just wait and see later on what will happen with that. The office demand, we can just dump down some of these guys along the edge down here, which I like a lot. And then later on, we're going to produce the, if we have some demand left over, we can start placing these guys out here to start building up the city center. Yeah, they're having a lot of trouble though. What can we do about that? Alright, I just took a look on the forum and there are a lot of this and that. Some people say this game has a fail safe, so you don't really have to worry about it. It's normal. Other people say you're really going to need to take a look at the budget, production, and then look at material goods. So down here, surplus is like low. I wish there was something that would say, you need to do this or that. There isn't really something that makes a lot of sense. Of course, we do have this, which all is costly. So maybe what we can do is add in an ore industry right down here. And of course, we're going to take a little look at oil. But first, let's just add in... Oh, and they already start plopping them stuff down. I don't think there is anything bad about maximalizing it, actually. Make it look a little bit more... Oh. I'd rather have it look nice and less efficient. Alright, so that is also taken care of. I don't really have to do anything for this terrain though, because I do believe this is not really going to add up anything, big to it. It is going to produce metal ore, so that is one thing that is going to help out on the industry area. And another thing that we have been looking to way too long is we're going to add some oil industry, which will be right down here. Whoops, got a little gap down here. It is fine. Right, so then we have another one, and I think, having two right now is going to be all fine. It's going to take effect, so I'm just going to speed up the progress, and also for the future, which can be right now actually. I'm going to go here, and let's just... I wish I could just turn this on. Then go like that and stay on its spot. Very good. Let's just also, get this guy. And we're just gonna fix a nice roading. And another one of these guys right down here. I like to see that more and more new stuff is actually popping up. This time we have one of these bigger guys. And right down here we have like fallout bunkers or whatever. Very good. Oh god. Helicopter is gonna go all the way here, and this thing... Oh, they come out of the... Yep, I see. Yeah, maybe I should have just done a little bit of landscaping, but it's fine for now. It will do, it will work. Yeah, this area here is more flatter. Need to keep that in mind, right, for the beauty. Now let's take a little look at the industrial area. Things are speeding up. Not sure, do I have a couple of extra icons down here? It is again rock and concrete. Profitable prices. I mean, I lowered the tax basically, so I'm not really sure what is up with that. But I can also add in another big boy right down here. Right, beautiful, completely filled up. Yes, down here that, and we're just going to fill this up with some treeing along the line. There are some mods out there already for some nice tree lining. Then again, these mods are still in alpha. Basically makes it not really safe 100% to use it. That game crashes. Your own fault. Gonna add in some popular. Was ain't that popular, so I would like to make them a little bit more popular. Just along these edges when you go out, and then on the highway it's just going to be open. It's okay. I mean, once you go in corner, you need to keep a little bit of eye on the road, right? But that will be fine. I'm also going to remove the trees on the roundabout. I just like how the water is like slowly taking effect, rather than just right away just going all over the place. And another thing that I also would like to do is actually give the sewage their own spot, right? Because we really do not have... They do not really have their own spot at this moment. Now, it's going to be a bit more difficult to have them here because, this area will be used. There's not really a going around route. So maybe what I will end up doing, I'm going to take that these guys also have a max on what you can transport. I'll just have to see. Does it have? No, there is no max transport for sewage and pipes, which is very lucky. So in this case, let's just pick these guys up and then just place them on the other side for now. And then later on we can really give them their own spots, make it look nice. Alright, wonderful, wonderful. I hope they will get at least one machine going, I'm not quite sure. There's also quite a hill there going up and down. Sure, that is going to be handy, but let me see if I can fix something. Yeah. Troublesome. I mean... what I could be doing here is... get this road away and then grab this guy. And at least lower the land until that level. So there's a part of the hill just being gone. Fix the road back up. That is an option. No, you're gonna be troublesome, ain't you? You're such a troublesome boy. There we go. For whatever reason that will work. And just softener this area. There we go. No big boys for this one, huh? Yeah, that's okay. One big boy for that one. Okay, cool. Yeah, area starts to be filled in. I like that a lot. We got a lot of farmlands, and this is still the same down here. So I'm just gonna take that this will be as it is. Once, oh god, it's like some things exploded. The one thing I also find a little bit of a shame is that you don't really hear the emergencies. This one just popped with it, didn't it? What is up with this stuff? Now, luckily, most of this stuff is within the rail. So what I could be doing here is just... yeah, that's in the city. This is going to be in the way of the industry. I'll just unlock both of these guys. Yeah, there's also a mod which you can unlock a couple more tiles though. Once again, I can't wait for it to be official. Alright, so before I'm going to just take a look at that, I would just like to just drop down a couple of buildings here and there. Now, weirdly enough, this stuff still hasn't been growing. I have no idea why it hasn't been growing just yet. Oh, because the roads are red. That makes a lot of sense though, but why is it like that? Bad, okay, but why? I mean, there isn't really high traffic going on, right? So why is that a thing? I am very bamboozled right now. I'm shaking my head because I absolutely have zero idea why this is a thing. So my guess is going to be that we're going to expand this way because, yeah, there is no elsewhere we could do such a thing. Unless I have been saying this area down here, right? Or some lower ones of these guys. So let's just do a couple of these guys out here. Maybe that will help out in the long run. Okay, the demand is definitely lowering for that. For these corners, the solution is just plop down some parks. Now, I'm only not sure for this road though, because I do believe this happens here because cars are driving on them for a long while. But it still doesn't add up all the way to me why this here is, you know, different. Not all the way though, because there are some spots and places where no cars are driving at all. Okay, also, I'm going to add these guys on this side. Because this is going to be a road that's going to be busy at some point. Yeah, it's like a two-laner. People don't really like to live at two-laners. Going to take away. Now, down here, not completely sure just yet. Put it up like that. Or I might also be thinking, on the inside we're going to put like low residential neighbor, and then on the outside get these row houses. And I think this is a nice solution for this lower area here. Just keep it nice and low. At some point we're going to need to change this too. I think I forgot to show this to you guys. Needs to be something for boats, right? It looks very silly right now. But I just need to leave the water alone, let it calculate what it needs to be. Down here we're going to add in some sport parks, so that will also be very nice. So yeah, then I'll guess for this area we kind of going to create the same idea as this one down here. Yeah, that will be very nice. So basically the outside lower buildings, inside a bit of higher buildings. That will be fine. It's a bit of a shame because this is going to cost me extra work to fill in the blank. Let's just create a nice pathway here in the middle. Be nice if we're going to create some trees along the way. Elders. Now for this down here, I'm going to get a little bit of a situation because we're going to have these corners, unless I'm just making it myself a little bit easier to plop down these guys right down here, right? Then just see what we can do with that. Yeah, so this is a bit of a problem. It's a shame because these trees in fact do not harm the roads, you know? So I guess we're going to need to add in some birch trees. I need to eyeball this out. And the thing that doesn't really help is shadow, because shadow... yeah, I can already tell that certain distance is not okay. You know, okay, that will do. Perfect, fine. Okay, and for the office zones, this is now all filled up. So I actually hope that sooner or later we can just plop down a first massive, absolutely ginormous office building somewhere. This area, I'm gonna plop this down, and you know what? I think this is perfect. These people have a little bit of trouble with noise pollution from people walking by the pathways, or I should, you know, not sure about that though. So in this case, in here at least, row housing, right? Let's do them down here too. There, so get rid of that. And then we're going to add some parks in here. Let's do the dog park here. All playground. Safe, right? Yeah, how about this guy? So it's kinda, it's the same, right? Yeah, it's the same. You know what? Dog park mania it will be. Mania? What is it called? Anyways. Plop in some more beautiful trees. It's just a shame, like, there isn't really a building that I can be placing here any other than skyscrapers, which doesn't look very pretty in a project like this. Yeah, look at it. It's just lovely. A little bit of store down here. Parking spots. Beautiful. Right, it seems like it is going to be time for our first skyscraper tower. Now, I would actually like to try to keep this open. I'm not sure if that is a thing. Maybe I should add in like a nice line of pathway. Like, you need to imagine this needs to be a little bit visible, right? So what I can do, place this ginormous right down here. Doesn't cover up all the demands, so let's do another one and another one. Oh, it's going lower, so I should not be touching it in case it's gonna place down something small. But we do also have demand for large apartment. Like, the thing of what confuses me is we have light, which is the first one. We have a little bit darker and this a little bit darker, which both the same, which will add up for these guys. Then we got these guys, which is for the third row. But then this one has a very dark one, which I'm not really sure for what. Can we absolutely place the most ginormous absolute unit right down here? Doesn't seem like... Okay, I guess we just need to wait with that until the demand has gone up. So let's just crank the show up. We do, however, have demand for, you know, something for these guys. So, I want to keep it nice, so I'm not going to go ginormous on this side. Which leaves a little bit of parking space. Park space. Have I been placing the correct stuff down there? I don't think I did. But these lower guys could be a solution for this area, right? That could be a thing. Well, let's just do this the correct way and grab these guys I wanted to do in the first place. Ooh, it's gonna add up 2. I don't want 2. I want to have, well, let's see what this do. That will do. So now we're gonna get a big boy over there. Look at that. These are gonna be huge skyscrapers. I think it's funny that the crane for the smaller one is higher than the bigger one. I'm also not sure if this is gonna be traffical a problem. Now the entrance for this guy is on this road, so yikes, right? Yikes. Oh god, look at this. Our first massive skyscraper. Gonna be a super busy area. Now of course what I can also do very randomly is just grab these roads and just get them out for a nice park in the middle. I think that would be very nice though. I'm also going to add in some parking spaces here and there, so there will definitely be a little bit of light shining through. Down here, yeah. Not gonna be easy. And look at this. Holy moly. These guys are gonna provide some shadows. And look, the whole industry. It's gonna go to bits. Wow, isn't that just amazing? I'm really going to look this up, like, what can I do about that? Well, anyways, I think we have done enough for today's episode. We've been beautifying some spots. We made some spots come more alive. And we got our first giant skyscrapers. Gonna be a lot more in the next episodes. Oh man, this game. I love it. Love it a lot.